Oh yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like they're essentially the same thing.
Absolutely.
It's just one requires a bit more work. So like in that case, an exploit like that is basically cheating, and it would take away your sense of accomplishment and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Hey, buddies! Welcome back to Chris Andy Play. My name is Chris.
I'm Andy.
And we just spent some time doing the unfun, grindy bits where we just combine one item with another item, and then that item, we get another item onto that. And then Andy just powered up a little bit so that hopefully he doesn't die. Mm-hmm. That's the plan. Plan is no deaths. So, what are we doing today, Andy?
We're playing this game.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, like, there's nothing particular going on in this game. Like, we just finished a boss.
I don't know what's going on because this is happening.
Oh, shit. This.
Everyone's talking so fast it sounds like...
Damn it.
Did you finish whatever you were talking about in the last episode? Oh, cheats versus exploits?
I think I'm good with that.
Alright, I think it just comes down to exactly what the exploit does. Like, if you weren't using that exploit... Could you accomplish the same goal? Is the exploit like game breaking, or is it just make things a little faster or a little more inconvenient or more convenient?
Yeah.
Like I don't personally like using cheats, walkthroughs, or any kind of exploit that makes the game too easy my first time through. Because like
I agree with that.
I did this.
Yeah,
I did this.
I am very much on that.
Anything goes next time. This is probably like third or fourth time playing the game, so
yeah,
it's funny. 34 time for third or fourth time playing the game.
Evolution,
and I didn't know about that little switching your armor thing, and I forgot how all the upgrades and everything work.
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know. It's interesting because like in like I used melee as an example earlier, and I'm going to go back to it for a minute. But like, it's come to the point where like very high level play requires the use of exploits in order to do it. So the question is, did like those exploits actually break the game? Like you can't play it with regular game mechanics, with the mechanics that everybody understands and knows. Like even there's like even a mechanic that only showed up, I believe, on the website for the game once. Like it's not in the manual or in the in-game tutorial or anything like that, but it's a mechanic built into the game, and it even exists like in some literature provided by the studio that made the game. So it does exist, which is my understanding is it's actually the L cancel, which is the popular term. I can't remember what it's actually called, what the developers called it originally, which is interesting that it was there. It's part of the game, and not just something that's we came up with and talked about. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like I'm not saying I don't like melee. Like I'm a big melee fan. Like I'm not a big fan of Brawl. They took a lot of that high level play stuff out, and it's interesting to think about, like, because they in a lot of terms are considered exploits, in order to play the game in that manner, but are required to play. At that kind of level. Like, I mean,
when you say it like that, it's like it's a good thing they took it out. I mean, you think about it, like, you're not considered good at the game unless you could basically like exploit a mechanic and you have like insane crazy ass like actually no, I was like reflexes are required for any fighting game.
No,
like,
but the reflexes are insane.
You don't use exploits to be like a pro in like some Street Fighter tournament.
Yeah.
So like you just have to be really damn good at the game. But like being good at melee means mastering all of these like exploits.
Yeah, well, like I mean, L canceling, for example, is part of the game mechanics. It was built into it. I don't remember if it was removed or not from Brawl. But in melee, the game runs 60 frames per second, and in order to L cancel, you must be within the 11 frames. So the 11 frames before landing on the ground, in order to use this. That is incredibly fast. That is a huge and high reaction time in order to be able to do that.
When we were playing melee like the most, I practiced L canceling, I practiced wave dashing, and I could not do it like reliably in practice. When it came to actually fighting, the fact that it was even a thing I could do was nowhere. It was not on my mind.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a competitive gamer. I don't have like that kind of mindset. I don't have that kind of skill. So maybe people who just naturally can do that, or have that mental capacity to be like a competitive gamer and have all those reflexes and all those skills, this just like comes naturally and a lot easier to them. And for someone like me, I'm just like, nope.
Well, like, I think we've discussed this a little bit earlier on the show. I don't remember if this is going to be released or not, but we talked about an injury with my thumb and how it drastically removed the dexterity and my ability to actually play Smash Brothers at a competitive level. So, like, even though I might be able to see and react to it, my thumb can't. It just isn't physically capable anymore. So, when things get to that kind of, like, extreme Twitch gameplay, is it almost unfair to do so? And even though I am less of a fan, and I'll put it out there, of Brawl versus Melee, where they did make it more casual and not as technical, I don't know. It's weird. I don't have that kind of love for it. I also don't feel it's nearly as balanced, but even I've played Melee for a lot longer. It's not a very balanced game. I'm so used to playing like high tier characters. So that's enough of Smash Brothers in Parasite Eve today. What else are we going to talk? I've never seen this place before. Where are you today?
I'm in the sewers.
Ooh,
underneath
the
Chinatown.
Chinatown sewers.
Eh.
Think we're going to see some dogs?
Oh.
All right. Possible
blinded.
dogs. There's a weird bad thing we're fighting.
Oh, that's what blind does. It gives me like
no accuracy.
Shitty ass range.
Range, eh?
It's like, I can't see.
Oh my god, your range is terrible.
I can only see 1 foot in front of me.
I see my shins.
Below my shins, yeah. Oh, it worked.
I can't see things in front of my face, but just the shins. How does that even work?
Oh, I can't kill him in one attack unless I crit.
Well, oddly enough, the way optics works, that could possibly be true, where you could only see at that particular range. Because, like, yeah, optics are weird. Light bending and all that. But yeah, you could potentially only see that far ahead, and like anything before it, you can't see. It'd be too blurry. Anything beyond, way too blurry. You just see like this little dome of what you can. Stuff.
I can't imagine what it must be like to have any sort of sight
impairment.
Yeah, like you wear glasses, you just generally don't have good eyes. Are you like nearsighted as far as farsighted?
I'm nearsighted.
Okay.
And
does nearsighted mean you can't see well in front of you, or you can't see well?
I can see well
only in front of you.
In front of me, yes.
Okay.
I get to about 12 feet is where things start getting.
Oh wait, so why do you wear glasses like all the time?
It's easier.
Hmm.
It's a lot of the time when I'm actually like drawing and whatnot, and things are like right in front of my face, like I take them off.
Okay.
There's this weird like adjustment thing you have to do. Like your eyes take like about 2 days to adjust to like a pair of lenses. And they just kind of sting for a while. Like they get tired, I think. And I think that's just sort of it. So just keep them on all the time. I really don't need them nearly as much as other people. And one of the reasons I do wear my glasses as often as I do is because wearing them, I actually have better sight than normal vision. It's 1520 or 2015, I can't remember. The way sight measurements work. So like 2020 is you're able to see 20 feet ahead of you from 20 feet. So if somebody has like, I might be getting this wrong as far as like which goes first, like 1520 or 2015, I can't remember which one it is. So from 15 feet you could see 20 feet away with clarity, so basically I can see like further with these glasses than somebody who doesn't need, like who would have what was considered perfect vision for humans. So I wear them because a lot of what I do is sight-based recognition and understanding, and like I use my eyes for my drawing, for my job. So it's really important for me to be able to see properly. That's why I wear glasses. There you go. I got bad eyes, but wearing them makes me better eyes.
Funny, I I love glasses. I love the look of glasses.
Yeah.
I wish I could wear glasses, but I wouldn't want the
You don't want to be a hipster.
I wouldn't want the visual impairment that goes with it.
Yeah, I just like wearing glasses for the fashion statement.
Yeah, well, I would not be like a tool who just goes out, buys frames, and puts in like just like glass. So I wouldn't do that.
If you're one of those individuals that Andy kindly refers to as tools, who wears glasses for the sake of fashion, this
Stop
is non-prescription glasses.
Stop being a tool.
Yeah, don't.
We're not. Chris was not about to defend you and say,
No,
"Don't
well-
be offended." He was gonna say, "Stop being a tool."
Well, what I was going to say was, in the comment section below, please let me know what style of glasses you wear, because I'm sure you do know, what brand they are, so I can make fun of you.
I have no idea where I'm going. By the way,
I wear Prada for the sake of wearing Prada. I think it's important to do so. You got
shiny down there.
I don't know.
No,
Shiny.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Shiny.
Contributing to this show.
Shiny.
Yep.
And you got damage coming to you.
No, I don't. What?
Yeah, you do.
Well, eventually, but
Yeah,
like,
see, there's a blindness coming at you, and maybe damage soon.
I crit a lot. Maybe these guys have low crit evasion. Don't hit me.
Oh, 30
he
damage.
hit me. I told
Break
him
him.
not to do that, but he did it anyway.
You got some pretty...
That's really annoying that you can get a status effect on you while you're in the middle of an attack, and then it affects that attack.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Like, come on.
It's
some baloney right there.
kind of true, though. I mean, like, in the middle of shooting somebody, and then somebody throws sand up in your eyes as you're pulling the trigger. I mean, like, it's going to affect the shot.
Okay, speaking of sand, I feel like talking about this. I love Justice League, like the Justice League animated series. You ever watch it?
I didn't really, no.
Okay, did you watch any of the DC animated universe stuff?
I was really big into
Batman?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Batman animated series.
So good.
Until about Batman and Robin, when they did the redesign on everything. It wasn't so much that I disagreed with anything. It was more that I kind of had grown up a little bit at that point, and I just stopped watching a lot of television.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, what? Around that time is probably when it started to get like better. But,
Oh, I'm not saying
yeah,
like
it's fine.
like I liked it. It was fine. It's just like I didn't have as much time to watch the series as I would have liked to, so I ended up getting a lot of it, and then I started watching it. But I watched a lot of like my TV shows on my PlayStation, and
okay, you've completely hijacked my story.
oh, go ahead.
Basically, I just want to know
apologize.
if you watched it so you knew what I was talking
Go
about.
ahead.
And you can go back to your episode-long explanation of why you don't watch a certain show.
Yeah.
Wow, I farted and it stinks awful. But anyway, they had a problem
A problem.
with the first season of Justice League, which
Yeah.
they openly admitted to, like they messed up because it's hard.
Screwed it up.
It's hard to write for something like Justice League when like Superman can do everything. So how do you justify the other
I see
members?
what you did there.
The other members even being there, right? So they had trouble writing. Like, how do we make a situation or a villain so powerful that like
It requires
Superman
multiple.
can't just do it, right?
Yeah.
So what they did was just make Superman really weak. So like everything, like the Worf effect on Superman, and like so everything that happens, he's just like, ugh. But ironically, the story or this thing that I'm reminded of wasn't even in the first season. But I think he's fighting Doomsday in like this is Justice League Unlimited. So season 3 of Justice League, Justice League Unlimited season 1. But he's fighting Doomsday. I think it's Doomsday. I think this is the episode. I just watched it a few days ago. But anyway, he throws sand in his face. And Superman is like, there's sand in my eyes. I
These
can't.
granules are far too coarse.
I'm blinded temporarily. Me, Superman, cannot see because sand. Also, there was a thing that happened in Superman canon where he has like kind of like self-imposed psychic blocks that make him like weak because he's like, no, I don't accept my Kryptonian heritage. So that's kind of how they explain how, like, that's how Doomsday beat him, and that's how like things are like, oh no, things hurt him, and then suddenly he can like lift a planet. But anyway, so what was the hell was I talking about?
Justice League.
Justice League.
Why it wasn't super good.
Sand in his eyes. Oh, right.
Maybe climbing the
No,
ladder.
no. Justice League is super good. Justice League is super good.
I didn't say anything negative about it.
But I'm assuming everything in this show would be before that change happened, or they just ignore it because a lot of things happen where it's just like Superman is way stronger than this guy. Why is he getting hurt? But he's once he fully accepts his Kryptonian heritage and like was reached his like full potential, which is like limitless, he can breathe in space. But he basically he doesn't have to breathe. He doesn't have to eat. But like he's always wearing his space suit, and he'll be like in some situation where they're like, I don't know, like knockout gas affects him or something. It's like, this is bullshit. But whatever. I love the show. It's awesome. Now you may continue with your thing there.
All right, sure, bye.
Yeah, okay.
Early 2000s, there was like this like bad car painting fad that went on like with like ricers. Do you know what the term ricer?
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't understand the term ricer, this is kind of during the early Fast and the Furious days and a little bit beforehand. What we might consider souping up, which is not really putting a lot of aftermarket shit parts into a Japanese poor quality vehicle to make it feel let's say sporty.